Well, during this past week, you, the members of the task force, and the various leaders in all the departments and teams have been working tirelessly to actually come together with this updates that I will be giving today. Most of you here are always contacting us inbox with proofs, with certain updates, with everything that you feel could be of valuable input to us. Well, the first thing that we managed to get is the identity of the first leader of this whole network. We first had the information that Gazy was the top leader in every country, but investigations and after a strong questioning with Gazy, he had to give out his upline. And his upline is called Sam. He's from Ghana and he owns 96% of the IPC community. He has no upline, so he is actually registered directly to the company. I had to call him, I questioned him, and know exactly how he managed to know about IPC. He told me he was contacted by a certain Thomas who spammed him so many times he didn't want to give a damn until the day he finally proposed to Sam that he wants to have a Zoom call with him. They had a Zoom call, they discussed. The Sam proposed him the business, and he found it attractive because it was a bot that actually trades and makes profit. He decided to jump into the business and develop the business, lined up some people, and that is how he lined up his downline lined up Gazy, who finally lined up Chinwe and many other leaders, and that's how this business was spread all around the world, to Asia, to or to South America, to USA, to Canada, to Nigeria, and so on and so forth under this network. So, if I want to put it clear, our Sam registered few people, and his first line registered Gazy. Gazy registered Shinwei and me and some leaders. Shinwei registered FX Charles and her top leaders, who then registered many people of different countries. Most of the countries are coming from Shinwei's network, and are and this is how this business came about. So, the top of the top leader of this business is called Sam. He has no upline. He was registered directly under the company. Sam, after the discussion from what he told me, or introduced him to Eddie and Nate, and afterward he disappeared and never was spoken of again. So we are doubting who this Sam is, who this Thomas is, and we want to get hold of him. I have told Sam that we will need to have him tell us more about his story, share his conversations with the guy, the first IPC contact, and we wonder how the Thomas guy got his number. I have a theory, and this will be developed when I give updates about IP Cloud, so you understand where I'm coming from when I'm going to give you my take and my advice on that. So that's the first update. We managed to get who the first top leader of this business is and the information about a certain Thomas who actually tried to get him or got him on board, not knowing exactly how he got this number. Another update we did was, as I told you previous weeks, we had fired um, a case against IPC with law enforcement from the UK. And I'm also glad to inform you that we have more than 2,000 signatures in a petition. And although it is not 10,000, it is enough for us to start a case with the FBI and Interpol. Interpol, after my contact, told me they want to know exactly who are the top leaders of this business and where this business is coming from. This information also will be given to them. So after we have the petition to them, they will have to follow the money and know exactly where IPC has been hiding our money. But it is clear from the look of things that they have invested our money on IP Cloud and they are still somewhere. The fact that we also know that there is an existence of a certain Dr. Val, who is a real person, who has portrayed himself in videos, public videos, promotional videos, as being the CMO of this company, we have decided to concentrate our first campaign on him. He is on social media. I'm not talking about Twitter and LinkedIn because those are fake accounts. But we have identified a Facebook account which is actually a real one with siblings, with a life, and so on and so forth. So we have two theories. Either he's part of this scam and wanted to play the game of the CEO or CMO, or he's just an actor that was actually paid to come play the role of a CMO. But in both cases, he still is a public person. He's a person that has a presence on social media. He has siblings, so we can actually go after them for questioning and for them to tell us exactly what is his relationship with IPC. From him, we will know exactly who employed him, how he got in relationship with AD, because he can be seen on a video or Zoom and on the side of AD and Nate. So he will tell us what his relationship is with these people and how they contacted him, how we can get them. Because we actually have a face and a name. Dr. Valemo, something like that, is his name. So we actually have his full names, we have his face, we have his location, Malaysia, and so on and so forth. So we can actually file a case against him, and we can actually use our community to actually go after him on social media for his relative, his siblings, his friends to feel uncomfortable, and for him to feel like he needs to defend himself because his environment are seeing him as a scam. So he will actually come to the table and try to explain himself, answer to questions, and so on. Well, the other thing we have been working on is the structure of our campaigns. What kind of campaigns we will be doing to keep this momentum going. What I want you to understand is the more we have a huge momentum, we're making a huge noise against IPC, the more we will remind ourselves that this is not a dead deal, and we will get results. Because the most we make noise, the most people who are dying for this to be a past chapter that has to go away will feel like they need to do something before before we actually before this actually ends. We need to keep the momentum, because in this sort of scam, people are just happy to just tell you, you know what, forget about this, your money is gone, take the next road, take a next business, and so on and so forth. But that's exactly what they are looking for. They want you to actually turn the page so they can propose you another business. But that's not what we have to do. What we have to do is to keep fighting. Because the more we make noise, the more all those people who wants this story to end will feel like this is not the way to go, and they will find a way to come to the table. So, if the thought that we will relent, we'll let this go, we'll be shouting for 2, 3 days, then we'll let it go. No. We are here to make noise. And we make noise until we have a result or a development about this case. That is why the last recommendation on my last voice note today will be to actually go out there and start our campaigns. I will detail the nature of our campaign on my last voice note. After this, I will be talking about what I actually think we should do. What's my take on IP Cloud, and what I think what my recommendations are, and what I think we should do about IP Cloud. But for the updates, we have also seen that IP Cloud has developed a platform that is very much of not an IT specimen that costs millions of dollars, but just a dummy or app that is actually or like a landing page where you have a lot of third parties content. But as I said, I will give developments and what I think about this on my next voice note. Okay, see you there.